everyone, I'm back with your weekly Tarotscope for the week of August 7th to the 14th, and for this week I am using, well, for the month of August, I'm using the Crystal Mandala Oracle for your Oracle draw, and then I am using the Ibis Tarot for the tarot part. You can follow me on Instagram. I do a daily draw during the weekdays with these two cards combined together, and then on the weekend I do a pull on Saturday from the Rebel deck and Sunday from the Sacred Creators Oracle, two of my favorite decks. So if you want to follow me, go follow me on Instagram, and I put them on Tumblr as well. So, and if you want a reading from me, you can go and check out my Etsy shop and my website. So let's get started. So we'll start with the tarot, and as always we start with Aries. And so Aries, we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is a week, Aries, where you're going to be quite busy and feel like your plate is really full. You'll probably feel like, you know, you don't have a lot of spare time going on. Some of you will be quite happy with this, to be busy, but others might feel a little bit constrained by this. So you might want to think, like, what can be moved off of my plate so I can free myself up some room, especially with Aries. You know, you like to be spontaneous and have that little bit of room, so kind of take a look at that. But you are making progress towards your goals, especially any physical goals or manifestation goals. You are making progress. Taurus, we have the Three of Cups. So a very happy week for Taurus. It's going to be a week where you're feeling very much yourself and like you want to celebrate and go out and have some fun with friends. It's of course the caution of don't overdo it, but it's saying this is a good time to party and get together with people. And you know, if you're here in the Northern Hemisphere, it is a good time to kind of get outside, enjoy yourself, have fun with friends. For Gemini, we have the Ten of Scepters. Gemini, it's going to be a busy week for you as well, just like with Aries. But unlike Aries, where they might have to free up some time by just moving something off of their plate, for you, you're going to have to delegate. You're going to have to ask for help because you've taken on too many responsibilities. And I know with Gemini, you like to have your fingers in a lot of different things, but it's saying right now you kind of have your fingers in too many things, and some of them aren't even your things. So take a look at what's your responsibility and what's not, and maybe give back some of that responsibility to other people. For Cancer, we have the Nine of Scepters. So Cancer, you're worrying, and I know, like, I have a Cancer moon, and I understand I worry a lot too, often about things that never happen. So a lot of anxiety, if you know, if you're somebody who's prone to that, and a lot of Cancer people are. So I see issues like that coming up, issues around fear of what if, and this is saying to take a step back and to calm down, because you know you may be making worries out of nothing. It's also saying too that, you know, if there's a goal that you are working towards, it says, you know, just keep moving forward, even if it feels like the light will never be the end of the tunnel. Just keep moving forward. For Leo, we have the Eight of Scepters. So a busy week for Leo too, but more like communication. Unlike Aries and Gemini, where it's a lot of work going on, for Leos, it's going to be a week with like just a lot of activity, a lot of talking, a lot of going here and there and social events, which can be great for some people and exhausting for others. So make sure that you are taking some time for yourself, and if you need to take a breath and slow down, that's good, but it's also a really good indicator of any creative goals that you're working on will definitely make some progress. For Virgo, we have the Seven of Scepters. So Virgo, this is saying whatever challenge you're working on right now, whatever creative project you're working on, you are definitely capable of seeing it through, and you might feel like someone is a little bit jealous of you, or asking you to prove yourself or prove your worth. First of all, you don't have to prove your worth to anyone, but you are more than capable of defending yourself and more than capable of seeing your project through. So don't give up, and don't let someone else discourage you or rain on your parade. For Libra, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So Libra, great week if you're starting a business, if you're doing, you know, getting a new job, if you're looking for a new job, if you are moving into a new home. I feel like a lot of people lately have been moving into new homes this month. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like that a lot of that is going around. It's a great week for starting a new job, and a great week for you know, starting anything new in the physical realm. So if you know you're starting a savings account, or you decided you were gonna, you know, build something this week, this is a really good indicator of that. For Scorpio, we have the Warrior of Cups, and so this is the Knight of Cups. Scorpio, this week is a time to go for your romantic goals. You know, if there's someone you've been thinking about, it's a good time to kind of make your move, ask them out. It's a good time too for romance, you know, even if you're, you know, you're already in a relationship, it's a good time to, like, you know, go on that date, do something different. Definitely great time for working on your creative goals as well, as far as like kind of going for something you've always wanted to do and following your dreams. So don't be afraid to take risks in the creative and romantic area. For Sagittarius, we have the Slave of Cups. I don't really like that it says slave there. I'm just going to say Page of Cups because I like that better, and I don't really like slave. But I understand it's a Egyptian themed, you know, deck. But anyway, that aside, Sagittarius, Page of Cups. This week is a time to nurture your creative goals. So unlike Scorpio, where it's like, go for it, do something different, this is like, you know, maybe it's not quite ready to get out there, but you're working on it. You're working on, you know, if you've got an art project, you know, you've got that novel you want to write, or a painting you want to make, it's a good time to just sit down and work on it quietly. Just kind of do your own thing. It's also a good time if you are starting a relationship as well, to nurture that relationship. And it says to be sensitive and to be kind to yourself, because right now you're extra sensitive and I feel like people may be pushing your buttons a little bit, and you need to step back and kind of care for yourself right now. For Aquarius, or pardon me, Capricorn, we have the Ace of Swords. So Capricorn, it's a good time for you to start an intellectual project or a course. You know, if you're starting a new, you know, study course, if you're taking on a challenge of some kind, and this can indicate sometimes a new job too, but like the Ace of Pentacles, but this is more of an intellectual type job. I see it as something that's more has to do with the law or study, or if you're taking on a new court case or anything like that, this is a good indicator that you will succeed. It's going to take work, but you're going to be successful. For Aquarius, we have the High Priestess, the Gate of the Sanctuary. So Aquarius, your intuition, the first major arcana we've seen pop up this week. And considering that the full moon is in Aquarius today, that's, you know, that's pretty auspicious indicator. Your intuition is going to be on point. Definitely trust any vibes you get, trust your dreams, listen to all those things. And Aquarius, sometimes I know you have trouble listening to intuition, you know, because you're quite intellectual, but it's saying to really like listen to that side of you, even if it doesn't seem logical, even if it seems unusual. Take a listen to it. It's also a great time to study anything that has to do with, you know, kind of woo-woo, occult, new age type stuff. The High Priestess, great indicator of that. And then Pisces, we have the Seven of Cups. So Pisces, you feel like you have a lot of choices, but you don't know what to pick. You feel like you have all these possibilities in front of you, but you don't know what one to pick. You feel like, what am I going to do next? And you're kind of just sort of figuring stuff out, but not really taking action. And it's saying, you know, first of all, trust your gut, trust your instincts, which Pisces, I know you got no problem doing that. Listen to your dreams, but also step back and think like, what is it I really, really want? Like, it's good to daydream sometimes, but if this card to me just feels like it's indicating to you, okay, like the time for daydream is kind of over, and you need to kind of pick something and pick a goal. And it's asking you to step back and really think about that this week. So that's what I'm seeing for Pisces there. And then from the Crystal Mandala Oracle, it's an Alana Fairchild deck, I pulled Sacred Revolution, the Goddess Kali, and Black Obsidian. So this deck combines, there are some cards that feature angels, some ascended masters, and some goddesses, and they always pair it with a crystal. And they're always in these mandalas, so there's no figures on the cards. You know, it's just these beautiful mandalas, and it's a really lovely deck. But for me, when I saw this, the Sacred Revolution in Kali, I immediately thought of the full moon and how there's a lunar eclipse today, and then on the new moon, we're going to have this very big solar eclipse. So to me, lunar eclipses are, you know, a lunar eclipse is caused when the sun, I'm not an astronomer, but the sun and the earth are lined up, so it forms a shadow across the moon, and the moon represents our subconscious. And so sometimes when we have a lunar eclipse, all these old issues just kind of like bubble up from us, and we get quite, we may have like trigger reactions to things that we don't always understand. A lot of subconscious stuff is getting triggered in people. And with Callie's all about destroying things that don't work for us anymore, getting rid of stuff that just is no longer ours. And it says here sacred revolution. So this full moon is a really good time to say, what do I need to change in my life? Do I need a revolution? Do I need to do something different that I haven't done before? Do I need to look at things differently? What in my life needs to die so that I can move forward? What are the gifts of the past and what needs to just get out of here? And I find that a lot of people are going through that right now, where they just feel like, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with this crap anymore. I just need to get rid of it in my life. And I think a lot of people are going through that right now. So that's what I'm seeing for this week. It's going to be a week of sort of changes and a lot of us figuring out what isn't working for us anymore and what we need to nurture. So that's what I'm seeing for this week. I hope everyone has a really great week and a good full moon, and is having if you're Northern Hemisphere, I hope you're having a wonderful summer, and if you're in the Southern, I hope you're having a wonderful winter. So like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all next time.